All right, so we call this one, this is like biggest thing for us, what we learned over the few years. Again, we've been doing it for a while, so we've learned, is evaluations, pre-ordering parts. You know, we talk about customer service a little bit. They'll be able to answer questions on that, email, text updates. That's a new thing we are. But the biggest thing, I think, you know, when the whole process starts, or people get an accident, whether it's just a small little self-pay, like a little ding that you're paying for, or you got an accident, major accident. You know, the biggest thing is we try to get you to come on site and do an evaluation. We call it evaluation. The big thing on evaluation is, A, you get to meet us. You get to meet the staff. You get to see the place, understand it. We go over, talk about what happened in the accident. People just, I got hit. Well, you get hit from behind. What if there's 3 or 4 people in the car? Who's wearing seatbelts? Who's not wearing seatbelts? I'm trying to keep it Tesla oriented, but there is, a lot of other manufacturers. But there's a lot of questions that people don't ask. We look at, hey, can we open up the bumper, expose it? Can we catch a pre-order, try to get as many parts as we can order, try to get a pre-order out there. That's what we call the stay ahead of the parts a little bit. Sometimes they're really good, they're right out. Sometimes they're a couple weeks away. Big thing, and then after that is, get you a repair appointment set up. Sometimes we're booking 4 to 6 weeks out. We get tow-ins. Unfortunately, they get snuck in, in the mud, but people that can drive their Teslas don't like to give them up, so we try to spread them out a little bit. So that's a 4 to 6 weeks sometimes to get it. Sometimes it's quicker. With the 2 stores, with the Danvers store, the lighter stuff, we try to shift up to the other store and they can kind of move it out a little bit better, so we try to do some stuff like that. And of course, if you need a rental, we set up that, all in that. So that's the big thing in the evaluation. Just so, I don't know if people are realizing, I was kind of blown away by this. We did some stats, but since we opened up, we got certified in 2017, just the Malden store, we fixed over 3,500 Teslas. So that was a pretty big number that we were blown away. We just did that a couple of weeks ago. We had to go way back and we did that. We did the stats on that. And that's about 50 to 55 Teslas a month we go, and that's what we average. Sometimes we hold, in the winter we had, I think, over 70 Teslas at one time. So that's a lot going on. So you can imagine us trying to charge them too and keep them all charged. So that was the thing. Our new store opened up in 2020 up in Danvers, and they do the light mediums, and they fixed over 1,000. So combined, we fixed over 4,500 Teslas. So that's kind of one of the big, big things on that. The other thing, we pretty much fixing that many Teslas, we've seen it all. I mean, we've seen deer hits, turkey hits, summon feature. I don't know if everybody had a problem with that. We've seen a few of them take off some side of poles and stuff, getting some in their car back. So we've seen a lot of that. Plenty of rear end accidents. Tesla seems to get a lot of bumps in the rear, so we've seen them. Tailgate damage, garage doors open, we've seen a lot of those. So we pretty much, in the overall, we've seen a lot of the accidents, a lot of different things, and we've seen it all, so that's it. I think I talked to a few people outside, we deal with 99% of the problems ourselves. We rely on Tesla Limited as much as we can. We have unbelievable technicians that understand the car and the repair process, so we can pretty much solve most of our problems ourselves, which is great. The other thing is, we also know that many cause the estimate. The estimate's kind of a lot of it. It's a preliminary estimate. It does not cover the hidden damage. And these are some of the things we're going to show you today, that an estimate's an estimate, and that's all it is. It's not the repair process. It's not the plan to fix the car. That's a big thing there. And then next we're going to bring you over to the disassembly area. So I don't know, you probably have to swing around with me and we'll go.